Maybe it started with something small, a menu that looks a little blurrier than it used to, straight lines that don't seem perfectly straight anymore, or needing more light just to read comfortably. At first, it's easy to brush it off as normal aging. But when those subtle changes keep happening, they can quietly shake your confidence. For many adults over 60, shifts in central vision bring up real questions. Is this just part of getting older? Should I be concerned? Am I doing enough to protect my eyesight long term? One of the most common age-related eye conditions people hear about is macular degeneration, often shortened to AMD. The name alone can sound overwhelming. And with so much information online about supplements, special foods, blue light, and prevention tips, it's no surprise that many people feel confused about what actually matters. The good news is this: understanding how your eyes change with age doesn't have to feel complicated. When you know what's happening and why, you can approach your eye health with clarity instead of fear. If you've noticed small vision changes, or you're simply thinking ahead about protecting your sight, share what you've experienced in the comments. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. Because there's one important piece of the eye health puzzle that most people rarely hear explained clearly. And once you understand it, everything else starts to connect. Stay with me. This is where things get interesting. It often starts quietly. A book that feels harder to read. Road signs that don't look as crisp. Straight lines that seem slightly off when you glance at them. At first, it's easy to blame fatigue, lighting, or just another birthday passing by. But when subtle changes in vision start affecting daily life, even in small ways, it can stir up uncertainty about what's happening and what it might mean for the future. For many adults over 60, this moment becomes a wake-up call. You might hear terms like age-related macular degeneration, AMD, and suddenly everything feels more serious. The name can sound overwhelming. And because vision is tied so closely to independence, reading, driving, recognizing faces, staying connected, any change can feel personal. So let's slow down and make it simple. Inside your eye is a thin layer of tissue called the retina. It senses light and sends visual information to the brain. At the center of the retina is a tiny but powerful area called the macula. It's only a few millimeters wide, yet it's responsible for sharp, detailed central vision, the kind you rely on for reading small print or threading a needle. Age-related macular degeneration happens when that central area begins to change over time. There are two main forms. Dry AMD, which is more common, involves gradual thinning and the buildup of small deposits beneath the macula. Vision changes tend to develop slowly. Wet AMD is less common, but involves abnormal blood vessels growing beneath the macula, which can affect vision more quickly. Both forms impact central vision, not total blindness, but they can still influence daily life in meaningful ways. Hearing these terms can feel intimidating, but understanding them is empowering. AMD is one of the leading causes of central vision changes in older adults worldwide. That means if you or someone you know has questions, you're far from alone. Awareness is the first step toward making choices that support long-term eye health. Alongside medical monitoring, research has shown that lifestyle factors, including nutrition, can play a supportive role in maintaining eye wellness. Certain nutrients naturally accumulate in the macula. Two of the most studied are lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids, pigments found in colorful fruits and vegetables. They act a bit like internal sunglasses, helping filter high-energy blue light and supporting what's called macular pigment density. Beta-carotene, another carotenoid, can be converted by the body into vitamin A, which plays a role in normal visual function. Large research efforts have examined antioxidant combinations and their relationship to AMD progression risk. Findings suggest that specific nutrient patterns may help reduce the risk of progression in some individuals. It's important to stress, these nutrients are not cures, and they're not substitutes for professional care. But they do highlight a positive message. The foods we eat can contribute to overall eye health in meaningful ways. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, orange vegetables like carrots, and egg yolks are common sources of these carotenoids. And here's a detail that often surprises people: how these nutrients are absorbed. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble, which means the body absorbs them better when consumed alongside some dietary fat. This isn't a secret. It's just basic nutrition science. If you eat a salad with no fat at all, your body may not absorb these nutrients as efficiently as it would with a small amount of healthy fat included. This isn't about complicating meals. It's about understanding how nutrients work together. Food isn't just a collection of ingredients. It's about patterns and combinations. Your body absorbs nutrients in context, not isolation, and small adjustments in how meals are prepared can make a difference in nutrient availability. Many people also wonder about supplements. Some rely heavily on capsules and tablets, especially after hearing about eye-related formulas. Research has shown that specific antioxidant and mineral combinations may reduce the risk of progression in certain stages of AMD. But supplements are typically recommended based on individual evaluation. They're not universally necessary. More isn't always better, and decisions about supplementation should be discussed with a qualified healthcare professional. Whole foods, on the other hand, provide nutrients in complex combinations that include fiber, phytonutrients, and healthy fats. Supplements can complement a balanced diet, but aren't replacements. Understanding this balance helps prevent confusion and supports informed, safe choices. Beyond diet, there are several habits that can influence long-term eye health. Sunlight exposure is one. Ultraviolet radiation can affect parts of the eye over time. Wearing sunglasses that block UV rays isn't about fashion. It's a practical step to protect sensitive tissues. Blood sugar management also plays a role. Conditions that affect blood vessels, including those linked to glucose levels, can impact delicate eye structures. Supporting overall metabolic health benefits more than just the eyes. Smoking is another important factor. Long-term tobacco use is associated with higher risk for certain eye conditions, including AMD. Avoiding tobacco supports wellness across multiple systems, eyes included. And regular eye exams matter. Many wait until something feels wrong. Routine checkups allow professionals to monitor subtle changes long before they significantly affect daily life. Early awareness doesn't create fear. It creates options. Screen time is another modern factor. Hours spent looking at digital devices can contribute to eye strain and discomfort. While research continues to explore long-term effects, simple habits like blinking often, adjusting screen brightness, and taking periodic breaks can help reduce strain. These strategies aren't dramatic, but they're effective in supporting comfort and awareness. When we step back, eye health isn't about one magic food or single habit. It's about patterns, consistency, and awareness. If you've ever felt confused by conflicting information, you're not alone. Headlines can oversimplify research, and social media can exaggerate findings. But the consistent message from reputable studies is balanced and reassuring. Nutrition, protective habits, regular monitoring, and lifestyle choices work together over time. You don't need perfection. You need direction. Reflect on your daily habits. Are there small adjustments that feel realistic for you? Perhaps adding more leafy greens to your meals, scheduling that eye exam, or finally investing in proper UV protective sunglasses. Small, consistent steps accumulate over months and years. I'd love to hear from you. What steps are you already taking to support long-term eye health? Or what questions do you still have? Share your thoughts in the comments. Conversations like this help everyone feel less alone in navigating health decisions. If this discussion feels helpful, consider liking the video so others can access clear, research-based information. And if someone in your life is concerned about vision changes, sharing this might bring clarity. Because the truth is, aging doesn't have to mean losing control of your well-being. Understanding how your body works, including your eyes, allows you to approach each decade with confidence. And in the next discussion, we'll explore another aspect of aging that often goes unnoticed until it starts affecting daily life, and what current research suggests about supporting it for the long term. Stay with me, because understanding these patterns today can make a real difference in how we experience our health tomorrow.